Па-па-па-па-па-па-па-па. Ладно, хватит лирической обстановки. Мы пойдем. Пойдем. У меня просто хорошее поднятое настроение. Вот так вот. Приподнятое. Так, надо подумать. Так, надо посмотреть. Снаряжение. Что у меня есть, собственно? Посылка для министра, ящики. Бейсбольный мяч. Плакат. Ну, такое. Он вроде как смотрит, да? Да. Смотрит на меня. О, я там не был. Ну, давайте сначала туда сбегаю. Тут я увидел одну вещь, где не был. А потом сюда еще вернусь. Вам это не нужно? А, нужно. Жалко. Так, надо аккуратнее. Аккуратнее. Еще аккуратнее. Ладно. Допустим. И я мог бы, блин, просто пройти вот здесь вот. Ладно. Допустим. Ликерчик, батончик. Богатый прохожий. Бюро исследований?
Sorry, but we don't provide directions.
Кораблик прикольный. Ладушки.
What do you think you're doing? Well then, carry on.
О, даже так. Это занятно. А что у нас наверху? В общем-то, тут можно что-нибудь потырить. Сразу никто не увидит. Так, что это такое? Компас на цепочке. Документов особо не вижу.
Nice going.
Бумаги. Нечего брать. Карты. О, карта, понял. Сообщение. Сохраняемся и тырим. Все, что можно стырить. Картина жалко, вот эти нельзя взять. Ну, ладно. Тут, в общем-то, больше ничего нет. Чувствую, что мой компьютер начал устаревать. Но вроде как еще более-менее держится. О, служба доставки посылок. Только с другой стороны, да?
Those wastrels in Emerald Vale have all abandoned their work, did you know? How typical.
Я был с той стороны, да?
I'm afraid I can't help you at the moment. Have a prosperous day.
A fine day for parcel. How may I...
Странно. Клиенты. Ну и ладно.
Rizzo's knock you out on a CCN 76 milk chocolate bar with caramel and peach sesame. It's time for a KYL.
Alright, how does this sound?
Modern Pictures. Это там, где должны меня снимать?
For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left. For all auditions, please use the elevator on the left.
Ладно. На пробы так на пробы.
My cousin's in pictures. That business makes piracy look civil.
If you could just leave me back at the ship, I'm sure there's something ought to be fixing now.
Great! You made it! Listen, I know you're expecting a script, but you're the real deal. We gave the other actors real weapons to keep things authentic. And 'cause Josh is paying to see their logo on the big screen. See, I knew. Now go in there.
Снаряжение отжег. Ну, значит, джок.
Well, well, here to stop us at last. All of this with their... They... What an unexpected...
Can I shoot someone? Wait, are we the good guy? Doesn't matter. I want to...
Do you remember...
Наука 65. Блин, загрузить можно? Да. Наука 65, говорят мне. Так.
Well, well, all with the... They... What an... Do you remember... Hey, I didn't write this. Just go with it. I've been waiting for 5... Yes! I have this whole... Once we're away, I'll...
Plasma's already a vapor-like kind of thing. You can't re-vaporize it. Can you?
Quiet. You're supposed... I hope you've paid your burial fees and signed your personal death and dismemberment... Line. To the break room, everyone. I need my Mo-App fizzy tea.
Cut. That was interesting, kid. Real novel take. Let's take 5.
Whatever he offers you, ask for more.
There's my star. Walk and talk with me.
Берберж 3000.
Hey, listen, I appreciate what you tried there. We've got to review your footage. Here, take this for making the trip down here. Don't call us. We'll...
А зато я сюда пришел.
By consenting to an audition, you have granted Odeon Pictures all rights to use your likeness, voice, distinctive habits, and manner of dress in perpetuity. Rizzo's Mock Apple Cider, a hard cider for a hard life.
Miss Ellie, Dr. Finhill. I notice your pistol's been making a funny noise.
What are you talking about? I oil it every night.
Well, look here. Your slide's not recoiling fully? You might be due for a new spring. I could take a look, maybe fix it for you.
Sure. I'm short on bits at the moment, but I'll pay you back.
Oh, no. I mean, it don't cost nothing. I got a spare spring in my pocket here, even.
Everything's got a price. Something on your...
Неважно.
Oh, Captain.
Просто валяются. Ну, если просто валяются, значит я собираю.
I'll sue every technician and employee who's ever touched this damned device. Don't they know who I am? This is all so very beneath me.
Ладно, пойдем крысок половим. Так, вопрос. Проверил. Все нормально. Да я просто проверяю, записывается нормально. Нет. Подняли крыску. Крыса.
Now switching to garbage disposal mode.
На засове.
Here we go. Down they go.
Everyone all right? Wow, not even a scratch.
Крыса, но не наш.
Alt.
Keep going, Cap!
Security
Make him
patrol
regret it.
initiated.
of him.
Работник СПД.
Oh, clever.
Шприцы.
They're on us.
Aw, I was hoping we could bring him home. You'd let me have a giant sprat, right, Captain? So long as I fed it?
Большая-большая крыска.
You gotta teach me that.
Great work.
Я чувствую, я не нашел то количество крыс, которое мне нужно. Пропустил где-то крыску. Так, дневник. О, я здесь не был. Или был? Был. Живая. Интересно, а куда это я там поднимаюсь? Вот здесь вот. Просто ради интереса. Или опускаюсь. В Византии. Я еще вернусь. Мне просто интересно.
I never could have handled the desk job.
Я примерно понял, куда я попал. Я прям вот здесь вот, да? Ключ министра.
Captain, I stand out here like a big, greasy thumb.
Карта, дневник.
Welcome to the official headquarters of the Halcyon Holdings Corporation Board. Today's greeting is brought to you by Auntie Cleo. Do we really need all the security?
State your business. Please step away. If you're not clear...
Сотрудник, 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 сотрудник. Много сотрудников. Ага, вот так можно пройти здесь. Ведь можно пройти? Фу, у меня есть эта штука. Это порадовало меня. Что такая штука у меня и была.
Sure, they look fancy, but inside they're just marble and existential emptiness.
Садовник. Ладушки, ладушки.
There's my parents' place. Smell that? Industrial grade cleaning solvent and desperation.
Ничего интересного. Это все можно куда-нибудь сбагрить. Парочку кредитов.
Marilyn, is that you?
Laws, we certainly... And I didn't expect you to renew your marriage contract. But we're all full of surprises. Speaking of surprises, you should meet my new friend. We've been running around... I don't know what to say. Come on, you're supposed to help me make an impression. Anyway, you're probably wondering...
Not...
The last few years have been a bloody haze. You wouldn't believe them, right? Are you trying to make me look bad?
Marilyn, this really isn't the best time.
I mean, we had other business in Byzantium, but you can't just kick us. We'll stay as long as we like. Just a second. You had the floors redone with real Terran marble? Since when?
That's what we've been trying to tell you, dear, but you must understand, we
thought you were dead. I'm not dead. I just never wanted to talk to you.
I'm afraid the distinction was...
We only did what any grieving parents in our position would do. We collected on your life insurance policy.
And the payouts have been rather...
You...
Of course. And we shall always harbor that joy.
And you'll report it to the insurance company, right?
It's not that simple. For one thing, we'd have to cut back on so many necessities.
Damn right, Captain. Fine.
Украсть? Сигареты высшее общество.
What do you think? Well then, carry on.
Отношения... О, никаких не было минусов.
What do you think you're doing?
И ничего плохого. И все?
They got the drop on us.
It's too valuable to die.
Так, снаряжение. Дневник я так не понял. Персонаж, репутация. Тетя Клео? А, ну понял.
Can we talk? Can you believe those? We'd hardly been there a minute and they turned us out like yesterday's. But not like I wanted. I had it all. They'd both be sitting there watching one of their... Mother would drop her mock apple cider, and the glass would shatter all over their overpriced marble. I'd have a great one-liner in the tube. I was thinking either the... Yeah, I'm gonna use that one day. Now, getting back to my store, Father would throw his hands up because this would be just like me. Then Mother would do the old, "You had us worried sick." I just didn't want to get booted out of the house I grew up in like that. It's embarrassing, you know? And I've got a reputation. I'd love to know how you describe getting kneecapped. I know. This whole experience just needs something work. There, that's what I was talking about. Unless you mean the kind who'll look out for you to blink so they could swipe your bits. The galaxy's not exact. Anyway, I don't want to sift through this lousy experience for meaningful... Wait a second. What if I could... I could open a new account, designate that account holder as a sole beneficiary. I'll make money without doing a thing. My policy is with the Greater Halcyon Insurance Group. Maybe you could use some of you. If that doesn't work, I'm What a relief. The less time we have to spend in Byzantium, the...
Фиктивный счет, фиктивный счет. Можно сюда еще сбегать, да. Это все закрытые поля.
Oh, there. That's one right there. Can't you just see the stench of impropriety radiating off of him? How splendid. Another... Why, just this morning I... And here... Admittedly. Now if only you could gracefully take a shower. Honestly, what is the board thinking letting... What's wrong? It erodes the very pillars of this city. But now... Yes, thank you. Goodness, what's the system coming to when unkempt vagabonds are made? By simply winning a lottery, those early retirees get an Tell me.
Интеллект 2. Блин. Интеллект 2. Надо посмотреть. А как сделать интеллект 2? Без понятия. Сводка. У меня интеллект средний. Или здесь это должно быть. Так, скрытность, взлом. Наука есть. А больше-то тут ничего нету. Ладно, поговорим.
On. What's wrong? But yes, but exactly. It's not right. I deserve. You know, you look like you've been shot at before. What say I hire you to investigate this travesty?
She's got a point.
Yes. What is that person's job exactly? Well, it doesn't matter. Fantastic. Consider yourself. I hear the chosen retirees all enter the retire. Unless, of course, these codes will get you past the lockdown. Oh, and don't worry about subtlety. I don't care how you deal with security. The same way anyone gets bits for favors like. Now, do we have any further business?
Вот так вот правильные слова помогают.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics. That's funny. The minister isn't expecting visitors, and you don't much look like one of those. Looks like you're all right. Nope.
Так, это занятно. Так, дневничок. Так.
Take a hint.
Патрончики, патрончики. Туалетик. Здрасте. Я тут пробегаю мимо. Ничего? О, есть книга. Ну а теперь можно идти.
How did you get in here?
You're not one of my...
Oh, my law.
So, this is one of the guys who runs the...
If this is about another Aether Wave clip or radio... Drugs, of course. What else? I don't have...
He's got no idea what we're asking about.
Will that... Process of elimination. The only other person with access? Of course. It's Rockwell again. Who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name. But this...
You've been all alone in this house? Would you like me to...
Please, this is important. Whatever it is that brought you here... How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out. And perhaps... Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters.
This all feels off.
Believe me.
We really gonna do this? Getting involved is a messy business.
This is about more than bits. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of... Halcyon Holdings Corporation, allegedly in part... Via the Acropolis District, of course. That's where the most... But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded... There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, with... The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it. I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer. There are a few advantages to dealing with him, but... Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of... Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact. But they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it? I've gathered meeting minutes. Once the...
You're awful trusting for a guy who's...
The Earth Directorate is our best hope. Even Rockwell's... Perhaps there is hope after... And now I entrust it to you.
Так, хорошо. Можем здесь пройти. Что, прямо сюда? Так. Ха-ха, ха-ха.
You take real good care of your pistol, Dr. Fenhill.
I oughta. It's kept me alive this long.
I mean, you treat it nice. Makes me happy to see, because I feel the same way about my wrench.
Look, it's a tool that does a job. Feelings got nothing to do with it.
Any luck finding my... Truly? And all safe and sound. Oh, Reginald, Philippa, Vaughn. Please, take this. It's not much, but it's the best I can offer for the sake. Now, I've got to get...
Хорошо. Он возвращается, я взламываю эту штуку. Хорошо, хорошо. Так, мне нужно сюда, да? О. Так, ладно, допустим. Допустим.
How'd you do that so fast?
Так, повернулся. Жаль. Ну, в общем, можно было бы скрытно пойти туда. А можно пойти так, как я. Напрямую.
Oh, there. That's one right there.
А почему я смог пойти напрямую? Потому что... Потому что у меня все было уже. Что нужно? А, теперь я знаю, почему мне нужно сюда.
Please step away. Huh. I didn't realize we were still using those iridescent stickers. I'll just need you to register your weapons with a revised request to carry 32B form. Each weapon will need a separate... I'm not authorized to employ human... Now, let's see. Damn it. I was going to suggest that... Look, you don't have time to wait on new forms, and I can't afford... Just know there are...
Да-да-да. На каждое оружие марку поставить. Но это было бы надолго.
Nice going.
Что? Никто даже не подумал ничего. Ну правильно, я быстро это все делаю. Все сделал очень-очень быстро. Так, закроем. Что-то как-то не особо. А ради чего тут вообще все это было? Ради сигарет? Или просто потому что это такой зал? Не знаю. Ладно, так или иначе. Так или иначе. Карта доступа.
Excuse me, just a moment. Is there something I can do for you? I beg your pardon, Minister Clark's former office is... What?
Так.
One person gets all this space. Just to sign papers all day?
Разбитый снежный шар. Личные. Так, вернуться к началу. Показать.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. I fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. individuals will be revived on a rotating basis so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
That was all a story, wasn't it? It's not real.
I don't know about you, but I'm all for living fast and dying young.
Где? Коллегия репутации ухудшена. Снаряжение. О, прикольный меч. Примерно то же самое, что у меня, но только его не прокачивал еще. Это будет весело. Элли, получи-ка вот этого друга. Так. Собственно, что? На выход. На выход. Так. Лгали. Все лгали. Офисные клерки. Просто кабинет с офисными клерками. Так, тут ничего интересного.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
That's right. You weren't here when it happened. Some UDL officers took him into custody.
Sorry, I'm...
Интеллект 70. Наука 70, да?
Sorry. Oh. Oh. You know, I always have...
Are we still talking about cell division?
This is certainly a conversation worth continuing elsewhere, but... In that case, I can get you into the lab. Consider it a favor you can...
Пуру-пуру. Зачем кого-то пинать, если можно открыть для себя просто путь?
Hold, I need a favor. Think you could let my friend through just this once? After all, you still owe me.
Fine. But I don't want to hear anything about the catch-up packet incident ever again. And he's on his own if he runs into the guards downstairs.
You're the best, Holt.
Go on through.
Лишние глаза. Надо оборонять корпорации. Так, тихо. Документы, все дела, но это не то, что мне нужно. Да-да-да, я очень быстро. Нереально.
How'd you do that so fast?
Удостоверение ВОК. Отлично. Так, он внизу где-то, да? Блин.
Developing new Tyleritos flavors may be glamorous, but our work is vital to the colony.
Так, мне можно немного дневника и кодекса. Бой, не бой, навыки, репутация, оружие, броня. Незаметность. Так. Ага, понял. Здесь такое понятие, как допросы. Мне сообщение пришло.
Hey, you! No visitors allowed, citizen. I'm gonna need to see some identification. Let me guess. She's still holding the catch-up. We've talked to her before. Just get out of here.
На засове. Так, ладно. Как туда попасть? Полицейская броня.
Keep your shoulders up.
А, финиши нужно это. Где это вообще миссия? Тоже непонятно. Ладно. Можем пойти просто сюда. И выполнять квест. Вообще, игра очень маленькая. По сути. Почему? Потому что миссии, ну такие, мало миссий-то основных, я так понимаю. Я уже заполучил то, что мне нужно. Хотя, в принципе, там некоторые локации еще есть. Поэтому там уж как-то. Знаете, вначале выполняешь игру, играешь, там подобное. Она тебе нравится, но потом приедается. Потому что я уже насобирал столько всего. Если бы это давало бы что-то еще. Новые истории, ну, такое себе, откровенно говоря. Патроны. Патронов у меня... Не знаю, как то. Кого. Опыт. Мне, в принципе, прокачивать даже нечего. Нет, есть навыки, которые прокачивать надо. Там подобное, да. Но это такое. Второе дело. Собирать что-то в корабль. Ну, опять же, такое себе. Поэтому сейчас, наверное, пойдем по основной цепочке миссии.
Crew report. Bioka is drunk. Surprise. If you don't mind my saying, you have a message from Adjutant Sophia Akande.
No one ever looks quite the same in person as they do in my reports. And my reports of you have been exceptionally thorough. You've had quite a career. I've been keeping up with you ever since Emerald Vale. Now that was an interesting piece of work. A rundown backwater, barely worth the ink on a map. Until you, when you cut off power to Edgewater, you saved me a great deal of trouble. Now I don't have to bother trying to save that town. All this happened because some mysterious stray... You have something I want. Phineas Wells is wanted by the board. I want to convince you to turn in. He has a litany of charges against him. Vandalism, illegal experimentation, sedition. Wells is a dangerous madman. His plan is going to endanger everyone in Halcyon. You're in contact with Wells. I want you to send... You are making...
Adjutant Akande's call has been terminated. Will there be any... Now arriving at Phineas's top-secret orbital lab.
Идем тем же самым.
myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. Damn, that's not enough. Not nearly enough for the whole ship. I could revive a handful of settlers. Maybe, possibly. I know! I've suspected as much for years. Of course, I don't expect the board to do a thing about it. They've been driving our colony to the brink. The board's mismanagement put our colony on the road to collapse. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse? And the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse. That's not a plan. That's a goddamn... Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers. Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of... Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to... Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of... Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a
I don't know much about skip drives, not the physics anyhow.
Excellent question, my sharp-witted mechanic. You will use your own ship to power up...
I've got a healthy disregard for personal safety, but this sounds crazy.
Your instincts are correct. By any reasonable definition of sanity, you'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Once you've skipped the Hope I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers. Scientists, engineers, experts. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond...
Тридцатник.
Captain, Felix and the Vic.
Все равно.
We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our... You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comms... If your calculation or the sun. Forgetfulness, I need you to You'll have to Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental...
Отстаньте. Все нормально. Он вышел против всего правительства, потому что понимал.
That ought to do her, Captain.
You know, when they posted us here, I told them there wasn't... Shows how much I know. Explode? All right. We've got a few extra...
Так.
Hey, that's impressive.
Good luck.
Keep your shoulders up.
Go.
Hmm.
You all right, Captain? I mean, seeing this place again?
Да, что еще воспоминания?
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated myself into the Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more...
elevating through.
They're on us.
Огнемет 2.0?
Got a promotion coming. I can feel it.
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him. Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's Probably not, but don't let that... Search. Are you sure? And also... Jump-starting the skip drive.
In case I don't get another chance to say it, it's been interesting, Captain.
Doing it.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro-jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in
That is what my captain intends.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be...
Yes.
You should not be doing this.
Thank you, Hope. Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Oh. I feel like I've been turned inside out. Let's not do that again.
Не хотел бы я встречаться с ними.
These were the private quarters of the Hope's former crew. Shall we hold a moment of silence for the dearly departed? No? That's odd, because my programming would indicate that when forced to confront the idea of self-death, organics prefer...
Lawbreaker! I don't recognize you. I'm just trying to make sure... I guess you got... I don't have time for this. Move along.
Так, собственно. Пошли дальше. Так, налево и туда. Понял.
Reminder, for uniform maintenance will result in a citation.
Something's not...
regret.
Так, ну вроде нормально. Ну, как нормально? Печально. Пришлось запинать кого-то. Коллеги меня вообще не любят.
Captain, Captain, I shall now play the transmission.
The board is here. They've found me somehow. They're about to blast my... I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough. The board. All their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all!
It would seem the record... How can I be... I'll be here. We've arrived at Phineas's orbital lab.
Ладно.
Take it.
Мне казалось самое лучшее просто обычный пулемет. Так.
You got nimble fingers, Captain.
Мощь Фина. Что за мощь Фина? Так. Давайте посмотрим. Угу. Понял. Понял. Так, ладно, допустим, какое оружие возьму? Четвертым оружием, я не буду его использовать вообще, но так вообще, вот ручной пулемет, допустим. Элли, тебе дам. У тебя что там? Огнемет? Дам. Пожалуй, вот это оружие. А порвать... Ну ладно, за место огнемета... Огнемет не особо идет. А вот... Это подойдет. Персонаж, снаряжение... Броня 84. Да, все квесты, которые были, скорее всего, сейчас просто невыполнимы. По большей частности. Коллеги со мной враждуют все.
A reminder to all crew members. Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum, I believe the crew would like to speak with.
So, Phineas got himself taken to Tartarus. Mr. Phineas is just about the only person with power trying to do any kind of good in
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. I am programmed to warn you whenever...
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab...
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs.
If we don't make it, at least...
Got my trusty toss.
Pounce. You can count on us, Captain. We're...
Command not recognized.
Ну вот да, это я чувствую последняя миссия. Поэтому, не знаю, скину парочку вещей, чтобы, не знаю, с ними не ходить. Ретро-ракеты, это очень похоже на ядерколу. Ну да ладно. Загрузить. Сохранить. Загрузить. Кое-кто сделал неправильно. Так получилось. Сейчас прям одна секундочка. Так. Ну что же.
I like what you've done with the place. Kitschy collectibles are such a human inclination.
Рыбки появились. Нам сюда нужно забежать. Ручной пулемет. Так, мне вот это хотелось бы улучшить, наверное. И вот это надо улучшить. Сейчас 88, да. Это мне не особо интересно. То есть 400. Так. Угу. Минус 14 тысяч. Нет, такого не надо улучшения. Вот так вот. Потратился. Так потратился. На тартар. Вот Гефест, я там не был, Тифон не был. Алим.
Understood. Oh.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. You are... I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a fine of 2. You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of... Protocolism. The sentencing of one crime. Tartarus document. Wait.
Transmission terminated. How? Goodbye.
Так. Надо посмотреть быстренько. Элли с этим бегает. Я Элли возьму, это в любом случае. Может быть, Феликса. Или Сэма вообще. Может мне Сэма взять, правда? Сэма и Элли. Интересно.
sanitation and maintenance job fulfilled.
The captain did right by us once. Not while I breathe. Push on, Mardats!
Stay down, Hull.
85, 85.
Teach me that.
Да ты издеваешься. Или? А, ну и ладно. Ну и фиг с тобой.
Sanitization assessment. The labyrinth on Tartarus. Task classification. Easy peasy.
Getting in's one thing. Let's just hope we're able to get out again. Nice of them to leave us a few options.
Substance is resistant to cleaning efforts. All germs and contaminants have been neutralized. Resistant to cleaning efforts.
Патрончики. Много патрончиков.
Resuming passive mode.
Полная ненависть, я чувствую. Хитрости. Угу. Да, конечно. Сейчас это самая главная хитрость.
Cleaning cycle complete.
Guess we're going up.
Слушай, извини. Но у меня тут встреча, которую изменить нельзя.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for us to speak, but the captain needs our help. So let's get in there and fight.
Так, загрузить. А случаем они не со мной? А то я что-то так подумал. Может быть, я своих убиваю? Да, я своих убивал.
All right, MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
Грим.
Congratulations, customer. Your SAM unit is performing at peak capacity.
Кажись. Я сохранюсь и загружусь. Что-то я не то сделал. Председатель Роквелл. Блин. Я что, своего опять запинал? Не.
MSI. I'm not one for rousing speeches, but the captain needs our help. So get in there and fight.
Resuming passive mode. Caution!
Я что, приказал, что... А. Что?
Well, look who it is. I'll be... and...
These days, I'm more interested in breaking them.
And...
Interactive database updated.
When you go off and get yourself shot... My word! You've correctly identified... It's a wonder what Phineas... Yes, but... Oh yes, go! I don't know what half-baked...
At least that means someone...
I'm making actual... Oh, right. We...
Просто не будет его и всё. Да. Ничего особенного я не потерял. Но нужно было... Здрасте. Это вы меня так валяете? Собственно говоря.
Guess this is it, huh?
Difficult job ahead? Consider equipping a pack of Sam's special solvent stain-out remover. It's ruthless on residual blood splatter.
Captain, you have an uncanny talent for complicating my life. You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've Do you imagine you're leading some grand revolutionary? Those barbarians from Monarch are running wild in my prison. I suppose I have you to thank for this indignity. You're nothing but a rabble-rouser. The board is the only legitimate power in Halcyon. I admit I miscalculated the extent of your influence. The board's plan never accounted for you. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I'm aware of your propensity for violence. Halcyon is a bloodier place. I take no pleasure in this, you know. Leaving you alive. Fair enough. I'm giving...
Запугивание 90, тяжелое оружие. Так. Не. Так, давайте-ка дальний бой. Фиг его знает, ладно. Ё-моё. Соточка? Скрытие замков. Соточка нужна. Снаряжение. Быстренько броню поменяю. Взломаю.
Nice going. Real slick.
$91, 85, 91. Так. Взлом 100. А тридцатник это максимум, да? Да, печально. Ну ладно.
Evaluation is sterling.
Why won't you just die?
Has been sanitized.
Get me out of here!
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved, and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough. I'm all right, thanks to you. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But you and I are going to have to work harder than ever to save Halcyon. I'm afraid the situation... I would like nothing more than to celebrate this victory. Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication. 2 years.
They haven't exactly been hands-on or...
Earth is... We're in serious trouble, my friend. Yes, you're right. The road is long. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest mind. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job. You won't hear a word... We can't save Halcyon on our own. We are not a colony anymore.
Так.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, and for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. Sanjar's civil liberties and worker-centric policies were slow to catch on with the other corporations. But as Halcyon began its long, arduous journey toward recovery, many of Terra 2's smaller townships started adopting MSI's alternative corporate structure, and eventually became entirely self-sufficient. In the coming years, many of these townships managed to eke by, where otherwise they might have starved. Sublight Salvage adapted to the changes in Halcyon, shifting their business model to suit the times. Their claims of legitimacy were scrutinized, but ultimately unquestioned. Lilia Hagen would continue to protect her family as ruthlessly as ever. The collapse of Edgewater left its workers bereft of any purpose in life. Most of them made their way to Adelaide McDevitt's camp, hoping to ingratiate themselves into her favor. Adelaide accepted only a few to her community. The rest were turned away and likely died of starvation. Nevertheless, Adelaide's camp grew into a well-established town. Adelaide McDevitt refused to cooperate with the ongoing effort to save Halcyon from collapse. A sympathetic deserter stole a copy of her research and delivered it to the Hope's scientists. It is unclear how useful Adelaide's research was, An optimistic estimate suggests her work may have bought Halcyon another few years of survival. Adelaide would never know. She died that winter. Under the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence. The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers, schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the lifetime employment program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Elleys savored her adventures on the Unreliable. Once they were done, she returned to life as usual, running missions of dubious legality, shunning respectable work, and living life to the fullest. She meant to reach out to her one-time captain, but she was always bad at keeping in touch. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Though Parvati eventually grew comfortable aboard the Unreliable, she never quite came out of her shell. She seemed to prefer the company of Ada to the crew, and she could often be found neck-deep in cables and grease, telling Ada funny stories from her childhood. While the colony fell into chaos, she found an island of relative peace with Ada, and they formed an unusual bond. She decided to remain aboard the Unreliable permanently as its chief and sole engineer. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, an MSI subsidiary of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later, His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? You brought an end to the chaos on Tartarus, and proved yourself the most capable leader left in the colony. You administered the colony in your own image. With the old power of the board destroyed, a new government of Halcyon rose with you at its center. With your steady hand, you guided Halcyon through the turbulent years that were to follow, and helped ensure the survival of the colony until the end of your days. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
Ну что же, мы прошли игру The Outer Worlds. С вами был я. Да, сколько мне смс-ок можно присылать? У меня такой эпичный момент, а мне смс-ку присылают. Ладно. В общем, мы прошли игру. Подписывайтесь на канал. Ставьте лайки. Приходите в группу Discord, пообщаемся хотя бы. Может быть, с кем-то позаписываю ролики. Почему бы нет? Надеюсь, встретимся. Да. Увидимся уже в следующем видео. Каком-нибудь, не знаю, на какой тыкну. Может быть, попрохожу старые проекты. Может быть, позаписываю что-нибудь еще. Книгу почитаю, например. В общем, посмотрим. Ладно, я со всеми прощаюсь. Всем спасибо за внимание и всем пока. Пока-пока.